Not as much as Bruce Jenner, obviously. Now Caitlyn Jenner, of course. What a year she's had. She became a role model for trans people everywhere, showing great bravery in breaking down barriers and destroying stereotypes. She didn't do a lot for women drivers.
Ricky Gervais stepped onto that Golden Globe stage like a man on a mission, ready to destroy woke celebrities and leaving Hollywood outraged. Hollywood elites? Hypocrites? Woke culture? A joke? And he didn't hold back. The Caitlyn Jenner joke, possibly one of Ricky Gervais's most infamous moments on stage. It wasn't just a joke, it was like lighting a firecracker in a room full of people waiting to get offended. The setup was classic Ricky. He poked fun at Caitlyn Jenner's transition, but with a twist that made everyone sit up and either laugh or get their keyboards ready for an online war. Here's the deal, though. The joke wasn't about Jenner's gender identity. It wasn't a transphobic jab, as many quickly labeled it. The punchline was about a different stereotype altogether, women being bad drivers, drawing on an old joke format. And the target? Celebrity culture. Ricky was making fun of how someone so celebrated could, accidentally kill someone with their car and still be hailed as a hero. But the internet? They missed the point entirely, turning the whole thing into an attack on transgender issues.
And I go, oh, if she's a real woman, I hit him with the old-fashioned reactionary stereotype. She must be a bad driver then, right? And the target of the joke is a celebrity killing someone in their car.
Ricky's genius lies in his ability to layer jokes. He gives you what looks like an offensive punch, but if you listen, it's more a critique of how we put celebrities on pedestals. And even when the online outrage exploded, labeling him as transphobic, did he back down? Not. Ricky doesn't retreat when he knows he's hit a nerve in just the right way. He fired back with his usual wit, making it clear that people had confused the subject of the joke, Caitlyn Jenner, with the target, celebrity hypocrisy. Offended? Sure, some were. But did that stop the joke from being hilarious? Not. And that's what sets Gervais apart. He's not here to coddle feelings, especially when there's comedy gold to be mined from our over-the-top reactions to things like this.
When people say they're offended, it's not, just because you're offended, it doesn't mean you're right, It's... offense is about feelings, and feelings are personal. Some people are offended by equality.
One of Ricky's most consistent messages is this: just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. Think about it. Offense is entirely personal. What one person finds hilarious, another might find offensive. But does that mean we should shut down every joke that someone might not like? Ricky's philosophy says otherwise. In today's world, it feels like we're walking on eggshells, terrified of saying the wrong thing because someone somewhere might find it offensive. But according to Ricky, offense is a feeling, not a fact. And feelings? They're subjective. Some people might be offended by peanuts, but are we banning peanut butter for everyone? Not. That's the kind of overreaction Ricky just can't get on board with.
I'm not doing it for the 200 egos in the room. I'm doing it for the 200 million people watching around who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires,
and who don't care about it.
In the hypersensitive culture we live in today, it's almost impossible to tell a joke without someone getting their feelings hurt. But Ricky's whole point is that if we cater to everyone's delicate sensibilities, we'll end up with nothing but bland, lifeless humor. He encourages people to laugh at the joke, even if it stings a little. After all, isn't that the beauty of comedy? It pushes boundaries, makes you uncomfortable, and forces you to think. Ricky's all about challenging people to step out of their safe zones, laugh a little or a lot, and not take everything so damn seriously.
There are some clubs now where the comedian has to sign a thing saying he won't say anything contentious or he won't say anything that could offend anyone. It's a safe space for the audience. Woke comedy. And I tried to watch a bit of it, and I decided I'd rather watch Louis C.K. masturbate.
Ricky doesn't hold back when it comes to calling out the absurdity of woke comedy. In his eyes, it's like a watered-down version of what comedy is supposed to be, a punchline with a safety net. Woke comedy is so sanitized that it often feels like the joke is apologizing before it even gets to the punchline. Where's the fun in that? It's like eating gluten-free pizza when you're not even allergic. What's the point? Ricky once joked that woke comedy was so bland, He'd rather watch Louis C.K. Yep, even in the middle of that controversy. The point is, edgy comedy makes you think, makes you uncomfortable, and sometimes it pisses you off. But that's where the magic happens. The thing with woke culture is that it wants to box comedy in, making sure nobody's feelings are hurt. But Ricky believes real comedy needs to push boundaries, not tiptoe over them. It's about taking risks, crossing lines, and seeing how far you can go before someone gasps. Safe jokes just don't cut it for Ricky. If you're not making people squirm in their seats, are you even doing comedy? He's all about delivering those "did he just say that?" moments, because that's when people truly start thinking.
Oh. Those fucking dinosaurs. No, I love the new women. I know the new women. They're great, aren't they? You know, the new ones we've been seeing lately. The ones with beards and cocks.
He's talking about old-fashioned women, you know, the ones with wombs, and then dives into the absurdity of modern gender debates, joking about new women with beards and, well, other male anatomy. It's a sharp critique of how ridiculous the conversation around identity politics has become, and Ricky delivers it with his signature deadpan humor. What makes it work so well is that Ricky isn't malicious, he's just honest. He points out the absurdity in a way that makes you laugh and nod along, because some of these debates have gone off the deep end. It's not about hating anyone or dismissing real struggles. It's about shining a spotlight on how far the conversation has strayed from common sense. Ricky's ability to joke about such sensitive topics without coming off as cruel is exactly why he resonates with so many people. He's laughing at the situation, not at individuals, and let's be real, it's hard not to laugh with him. The man's got a point. Sometimes the only way to handle absurdity is to laugh at it.
If you win, right, come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off, okay?
Ricky's takedown of Hollywood elites at the Golden Globes is the stuff of legend. He stood in front of the very people who often preach about morality, justice, and doing the right thing, and tore into their hypocrisy without batting an eye. These are the same celebrities who love to deliver sanctimonious speeches about being woke and socially conscious, while at the same time cashing checks from companies that run sweatshops or exploit workers. And Ricky didn't let them forget it. One of the most brutal moments? When he said, Apple roared into the TV game with a morning show about dignity made by a company that runs sweatshops in China. Boom. There it is. Ricky didn't just call them out. He completely dismantled the illusion of moral superiority that so many Hollywood elites like to hide behind. He made it clear that they have no business lecturing the rest of us about what's right or wrong, especially when their actions are dripping with hypocrisy. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.